Hey guys and girls, it's Blackjack with 396 Guitars. We have another unboxing on the bench today, and it's pretty cool. This customer got himself a Gibson Les Paul, ordered it direct. It came to a box store of his choice where he was doing business, but it came direct from the factory. We're going to do an unboxing. We're going to check it out. And we're going to see what we have here. So let's get to work. Remember, if you dig what I'm doing, like and subscribe. First thing I noticed, yep, it's the Gibson box. And I wonder what that means. Unboxing. Hopefully it doesn't, I'm going to try to get this in the camera as much as possible. I did take the time to cut open the tape. Let's see if I can get this thing open without tearing the box, just in case it needs to go back. We don't know. Customer entrusted me to open it, inspect it, and see where we're going with it. So, yeah. It's definitely a Gibson. It's got a nice Gibson hard shell case that all real Gibsons come with. What's in the box? What's in the box? Nothing, just some more plastic and packing. Let's get it up on the bench. Pardon me for 1 second while I stuff in there. Don't need that. What is it? It's a Gibson Les Paul, that's for certain. You can tell by the shape of the box, the case, I mean. She's a beauty. She is a beauty. Went the wrong way. My camera angle right here. Wow. Nice. Gold top P90s. Really, it's got kind of a metal flake in it. I've seen a lot of new Gibsons coming lately where that doesn't stay. Like, it takes very little for it to pop back. Beautiful. We got a nice little cut there. Where's our string action? That looks nice. Wow, what a pretty instrument. What a pretty instrument. It doesn't get any more real than that. P90s. Yeah, this is going to be... I like that it's not overwrap. It's got the stop bar on it. Some of these come like this and they're overwrap like the throwback vintage. And yeah, don't dig on that. Let's see did we get any case candy? Yeah, you get a real, looks like a guitar pick. I guess that must be where it came through. You get a real, boy, they like telling you that they had it. A real Gibson leather guitar strap. Tools. You can put a black switch on it, switch cover. You get the regular tools that would normally come. It's got a kind of a get tool, I call it, a guitar tool. It's got the truss rod adjustment, kind of a Swiss Army knife with Gibson on it. You can put a plain, this is a Gibson standard, you can put a plain one on there that doesn't say anything. Well, they give you quite a bit of stuff. That's probably to keep it dry. And what else? What's in there? Probably, what comes in? What's in the bag? Don't know anymore. I mean, I used to know exactly what came in this stuff. Looks like a book. Tells you everything about your new instrument. I think I still have this from when I bought my Thunderbird. It's probably a little different. Owner's manual. I got a cleaning cloth. That's pretty standard. I know I still have that from my Thunderbird. There's nothing else in there. So the owner's manual, the cleaning cloth. Other than Gibson Les Paul standard with P90s in it, I don't know much else about it. Pretty cool. It passed through a guitar store at some point because they were pretty intent on giving us a whole bunch of guitar picks in there. I don't know why, but this thing was supposedly ordered direct. And what else is in here? Inspection. Let's look at that stuff. Here are some hardware dangling. Pre-pack checklist. Inspected by Art. I know that guy. I'm pretty sure that guy used to play guitar with me in my band. And I'm going to ask him about that. I'm going to take a picture of that and send it to him. Because he now works at the Nashville factory. And that sure looks like his name. That's a sidebar. Unlock the Gibson experience. Get lessons. What's in here? Keys probably for the guitar case. Yep. Before I forget, I'm going to take a picture of this inspection card and send it to him and ask him if that's him. Stand by. Sorry, that's an aside just for me. Just for shits and giggles. I want to see if that's him. And I'm pretty sure it is. We talk from time to time still. We were on the road for a lot of years. Him and I, we did a lot of gigs together. And, you know, when a band breaks up or moves on or whatever, people go their separate ways. He ended up at the Gibson factory, and he does final inspection, among other things, at the Gibson factory in Nashville. And he moved there, and it's a really good gig for him. So, the unboxing is pretty much complete. Ooh, she's a heavy one. We did weigh this thing. I think it was around 9 pounds. I think it was around 9 pounds. Maybe just a little over 9 pounds. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. I'm going to assume that everything is slack. But my mission, should I decide to accept it, is to inspect this guitar for defect and or playability issues. It's still got some dust and stuff on it. I can tell you it is an absolutely beautiful example. Beautiful example of a Gibson Les Paul. It appears to be what I would consider a reissue of an early Gibson, and Gibson does that stuff from time to time. You guys can correct me at will. Of course, pretty much the standard stuff. Boy, the neck, for what it is, the neck looks really dry. But I digress. I'm going to pause really quickly. I want to get some tools out here in an array and just check baseline measurements before we go any further. We're not going to do the whole setup on this guitar, and I don't see any blemishes in it. It looks like it's really nice example. I mean, the wood grain and the character in it is absolutely gorgeous. Gold top. I don't see any blemishes. I'm going to pause really quickly. Let me get my tools out here. Let's take the measurements and see how they ship them, and see where they are. Where does a guitar in this price point, and He had one just like this, by the way. I should preface this video with, this is the second one he had. The first one was, I'm not going to say it was a knockoff, and it wasn't an entry-level Gibson Les Paul. It was their cheaper model. Maybe it didn't quite make the grade. It looked similar to this one, but I can tell you the build quality on this one is far and above, much better than the other one. So let's take a quick pause. I'll be right back. So remember, this guitar was inspected. And this is what you get when you spend, I don't know, I think the price point on this guitar was $3,500 or something. You can't even get the measurement tool under the pickup on both sides. So that one is maybe close. I don't know what we're going to see here, but let's check it out. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's how they let a high-end guitar leave the factory. Now, I'm not breaking Gibson's balls. Maybe they just assume this guitar is going to go to somebody who knows how to adjust it. But what if it goes to a guy who just goes, well, you know, I spent all this money. It should be playable when I get it. Now, I understand, you know, sending it lax and the neck needs to be straight, but that's almost in a back bow. I'm going to tell you from now, it is in a back bow. Yeah. I wonder where we're at up here. Well, I'm not going to check that yet, because first fret action can be affected slightly by neck relief. Where are we at? I can't even see the 4. It's at 3/64 and maybe 2/64. Yahtzee. Well, if I got this guitar and plugged it in and started to play it, I bet you any amount of money it's buzzing. Let's tune it up and see what happens. Strings are slack. That I agree with. Oh, I heard something go tink. I'm sure the camera picked up on that. Well, so far I don't hear any buzzing. Flat. 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 G is dead on. B is dead on. E is dead on. E, A, and D are all flat. Now that could change with neck relief, and it's possible. Usually, you know, I would guess that they get this correct usually, but not so much. I'm going to pull this off and put some neck relief in it. Before I do that, though, I want to look in and see what a brand new, from the factory, solder job looks like. What do you say? Because I'm really curious about that. Let's see what kind of electronics are in here. Because why wouldn't we? Is it going to be plug and play or classic, following the track of what this guitar is supposed to represent, which is a throwback type instrument? So far, fit and finish really is impressive. I like it. I love the guitar itself, but not impressed with the way that they shipped it. Come here, you. Where is my pick? Oh, that looks pretty. Yep, I like that. I like that a lot. Not crazy, but it's old style. Most definitely old style. Gibson pots. It's wired old style. Not sure what this is in the center. More research, more investigation is required, but I like that it's old style and not that plug and play. I didn't see any circuit boards in there. Don't dig on that crap. That's just me, though. Yes, go ahead with your comments. I know there's a million Les Paul Gibson people who know more than I do, or purport to know more than I do, and I'm okay with that. I learn something new every day. This is an exercise to show what you get when you buy a 50s reissue style Gibson guitar, lacking the overwrap stop bar, which I'm happy about. Don't like that. But I can tell you this guitar was sent way out of whack, and it was shipped way out of whack. Classic Gibson tuners, deluxe. I like that. Beauty. Should we open up the truss rod and get that adjusted? I don't know. Let's see if it plays correctly. Boy, it damn sure holds tune well. I wonder what we got. Actually, it sounds pretty good. Yeah, we got some buzzy strings. Is buzzing a little bit. And that's string height and improper setup, but that's what this exercise is about. Beautiful instrument. I'm not going to knock Gibson for the way that they sent it. I think the action is way too low. I think the neck relief is way too straight. I'm going to put maybe an eighth of a turn or a quarter of a turn on it. We're going to open that up. We're going to set the string height up, and we're going to get these pickups down where they belong. I don't think they're pulling the kind of power that they should. They're just too close. They're just way too close. Other than that, it is holding tune beautifully. I'm not going to do a lot of adjustment on this guitar, but we're going to stop there. We did check it out. We did an unboxing. We checked it out. We took some baseline measurements. Definitely guitar needs to be set up. Now, if a guy took this out of the box, tuned it, and started playing it right away, I think he would be okay, but under 3/64 on the treble side and under 4/64 on the bass side, it's just unacceptable. Because once you really, I'm just using a bench top amp that's about that big. If you heat this thing up and really start grinding on it, it's not going to respond well. And I want to check. Just one last thing. Yeah, the stop bar is actually where it needs to be, but remember, we have to raise that string action up slightly. I don't like that the screws are facing this way, but it's pretty cool that I got this right from the factory. The customer got it, brought it right to me. This is the way it came from the factory. I have seen them come with them facing this way. I've seen them come facing that way, and I can't explain that. But the stop bar is jammed all the way down, but when we raise that string action up, we're probably going to have to bring the stop bar up slightly to match it. We've got clearance, but I'm sure once we do the setup, that's where we're going to head with this. It's Blackjack with 396 guitars. We did an unboxing and a evaluation, call it, on a brand new gold top with P90s Les Paul. I'm going to call this kind of, I don't know exactly, what they're marketing it as, but it appears to me to be a throwback late 50s, early 60s type. The only difference would have been that the stop bar would have been overwrapped if it was late 50s. If it made it into the 60s, probably would have been just like that. The stop bar, instead of overwrapping, would have gone through. And that's more stable, by the way, and better adjustability. Beautiful little instrument. Thanks for hanging in there with me. We'll talk soon. Remember, if you dig what I'm doing, like and subscribe.